Hello and welcome back. We are in episode 29, I think it is. Um, and we have 100 months apparently left to the next knowledge point. No, that's not accurate. I just literally loaded up this save, so most likely it's just a display error. Um, we have some exciting stuff going on actually immediately here. Sorry, I just ate, so my throat is kind of yeah, it's kind of weird at the moment. Anyway, so yeah, we might run into some interesting stuff here immediately. Here we have a cat. No, okay, he just went underneath the camera. Anyway, so we are under attack. That's how I ended it the last episode. So let's see how it goes. Maybe we get eliminated today. I don't know why I'm saying that so enthusiastically. That wasn't enthusiastically, of course, but my god. Okay. I don't remember whether I checked these merchants last time. I probably did. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did. Alright. Now we're kind of waiting for both the attack to actually happen and... Oh, hey. It's actually happening. Look at that. Here they are. But also for all of my villagers to actually gather their tools, right? So... they should come in here. I can give my... yeah, they're heading towards the storage here, picking up some weapons and stuff. Equipping themselves. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. So where's our archers? They're all the way over here, right? No. Sorry. They might not be. Oh yeah, some of them actually ended up being here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's... I did hire a lot of extra units this time, because I did fear that there might be catapults in this attack. Oh, there's horses. Look at that. There's actually horses. Okay. Alright, let's see how we do. I mean, generally they will go for some kind of storage, right? This is definitely not a small attack, by the way. It's a pretty big attack. Probably the most serious attack we've had, in that sense, because we've never had horses like this before and stuff like that. Alright, now they're in formation. Let's see whether they move. There we go. Alright, let's see what they attack. Okay, so they're coming this way. That means that we could probably lure them into the town center. Unless some of them take a different path, of course. This guy is kind of coming by himself. I suppose we could try to take him out. Oh yeah, these guys are definitely tougher. No doubt about it. Oh, the hunter is attacking too. Okay, let's head back a little bit. Pull back. Come on, kill him. There we go. Let's pull back. We're gonna pull them towards this town center if we can. And fight around here. Yeah, this should be good enough. Let's fight here. Hopefully this is good enough to keep us alive. Because having all of these arrows out at once... Some of them are starting to run away. Town center is under attack. Not great. Actually, the town center is holding up nicely, so it's okay. All right. Yeah, pulling them in under the town center is always the right move. That is something we've learned. Um, okay, let's pull back a little bit more. We're definitely losing a lot of villagers here. Though I do think that we're okay in terms of the actual attack. Yeah. We lost 6 villagers, but we killed 20. Actually, there's more coming, I guess. Okay, well, at least there were no catapults. Our barracks are over here. Let's disband this too. There we go. Alright, so that was that attack. Awesome. 6 villagers lost is not the end of the world. Oh, I don't think I unclicked you. There we go. 4 new villagers born. Almost immediately replaced everyone that died. Alright, so I don't know why I still have the music that I'm being raided. Is there another attack going on somewhere? Maybe someone's stuck somewhere? I don't know. No, maybe it's just these guys. Oh, there we go. Alright, now that the attack is over with, let's do some talking. Obviously, we're currently aiming for the economic monument here, so you know, we still have some ways to go, but we're in a good position, generally speaking. We may need to hey kitty, how you doing? We may need to further reinforce our defenses for future attacks. Let's see if you want to be here today. Do you want to be here today? No, you just want to play with the microphone. Okay. Let go of the microphone. The microphone is not your plaything. I'm sorry. You keep getting stuck in this filter. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, so you know what day it is today? It is Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day, so it's, you know, a day for all of us lonely souls out there. So what better way to spend it than in Farthest Frontier and just chilling, you know? Well, it's not going to be Valentine's Day for you guys, because, you know, this is going to be the day after. But, you know, it's all the same. To me, anyway. Although, maybe that might change soon. Who knows? I do have a date coming up, so we'll see how that goes. But you know, we as humans, you know, whatever era we end up living in, it's this infamous, you know, thing that people always say that, like, oh, you know, we live in unprecedented times or something like that. But and then, you know, everyone thinks that they live in unprecedented times, basically. But I'm genuinely wondering if we have ever been. Is that rats? That's rats. Don't we have like a rat catcher around here? Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we're all good. Anyway, so I genuinely am wondering whether we're not living in unprecedented times. Because I'm not sure, or at least in one aspect, right? I'm not sure whether we've ever been so single before. um, at least in the Western world, I don't really know what the data looks like in the Eastern or whatever Southern worlds, right? But like in terms of like the Western world, at the very least, um, with the rise of feminism and a bunch of other things, right? Like um, there's like so much. There's an identity crisis going on for a lot of men, I think, and stuff like that. And as like usually the role of men where it was the caretakers, the providers of the home and stuff like that. Now that's not necessarily the case here anymore and stuff like that. um and there's just fewer and fewer people that even want to bother with relationships, right? And I'm kind of the same way at this point. I just kind of feel like I would much 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 rather be alone than be with someone that like even brings me, that even drains me just a moderate amount, every day. Um, so I find that interesting. Where are we headed exactly on that front? Um, so I think it was something like I watched this like Instagram reel where someone was like, "Oh, which ones are the happiest countries?" And then they pointed to like a few countries here in the Nordics, and then they also pointed to a different data set, which basically said that these are also the countries with the most single people. So single people equals happiness or something like that. Which, of course, like it's way more complicated than that. Obviously, there's way more factors to consider in that. Um, but I do think it's quite interesting. I don't think it's entirely unrelated. I think it's because you're allowed to be you in to like a different degree here. Um, so yeah, what if we as a society end ourselves by no longer having relationships eventually? Nah, dictators would never let that happen, would they? Anyway, let's move on to greater things. Oh, I can upgrade this one, which actually increases the desirability bonus. Interesting. Okay. Awesome. We're pretty close to foreign population at this point. I don't know if I should have another. Where's the preservist that I built? There it is, right? Preservist building. You need a glass maker. What they're making glass. They're good boys over there. I'm wondering whether I should do another fruit building or fruit tree building, whatever. Just basically pump that food production, right? Fertility 100%. Ooh, that is madness. Okay, sure. Actually, kind of stable on food at the moment. That's nice. It's funny how the cats want to smell the. This is it black currants? I think that's what the berries are called. A black currant drink. Um, and it's actually funny in Swedish. If I were to do a direct translation of what these berries are called, it would be black wine bear. Bear. Wow. Black wineberry. Sorry, I had like a brain fart. But yeah, black wineberries. So we have like red wineberries and black wineberries. If you were to translate it directly from Swedish. I assume that they're used for wine. I don't know what goes into wine. Don't at me. For someone that like, I'm mostly a vegetarian, for instance, and stuff like that, right? And I kind of care about a little bit what I eat because, you don't want to like gain too much weight and stuff like that. But for someone that actually does care, I know very little about like how things are made or how they come together. And I even like to cook, right? So, but I very rarely like make things from the, you know, I don't like make a sauce, for instance. I don't, anything like that. I generally buy stuff that is like pre-made for the most part. Um, not always, but for the most part. And so that's actually something I've been thinking a lot about recently. Oh, by the way, did I? No. Okay. We just oh, firewood. Yeah. That's firewood. Um, but I've been thinking a lot about that. Like maybe I should learn to like make more things from scratch. Like because I think, for instance, like as a mostly vegetarian. I don't think you can really say that, but what I mean is basically that I mostly eat vegetarian, like 95% of the time. Every once in a while, I eat some meat, but yeah. Um, and that's not for ethical reasons, by the way. I just kind of like. I prefer how that makes me feel, right, in my body. So that's just all there is to that. It's insane that I can have 99% fertility here. 100% fertility. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's employ another one here as well. Because something like there are certain sausages and stuff like that I don't really have a replacement for. Within like vegetarian food. Generally speaking, I find that the vegetarian food is also actually taste better. Some of them I'm completely indifferent on. Some of them, I would say most of them taste better. A few of them taste worse. So like, it's specifically on the sausage end that I haven't really found like great alternatives for like what I can use, right, or what I can eat to sort of get the same. There's a lot of villagers dying of old age now. To get the same sort of like feeling from it, I guess, or taste or whatever. So that is something that I've been considering, like actually making vegetarian sausages myself. Because I'm sure that will teach me a lot too. All right, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? You don't actually have anything that I. Well, I mean, you have a. Why do we have so much linen cloths in storage? Clothes, sorry. I feel like we don't need that many in storage, right? Like, let's move some over here at the very least so we can make some money. He's also buying these, which I don't even remember what we used them for, so let's make some extra gold there. 510, that's great. We have almost. Oh, that's honey. Okay, I thought that was beer at first. Didn't really look closely at that. We could buy this actually. What do you do? Hunter cabins yield 30% more meat. That's interesting. I almost want that. Should I buy that? I mean, I understand that like we're talking about, because we can have two things in this in the shrine, right? So more meat from hunter cabins is not a bad deal. Also, it wouldn't actually be like a crazy amount of gold necessarily, and we're generally struggling with food, so I feel like it's not a bad deal. I don't know what they're like she's stocking. Okay, she brought it from out there apparently. Okay, that's gonna take a while. We're gonna have to stock like this. So basically what we want is 2.3k. Oh, sorry, 2.3k here. We might be able to earn this back anyway, right? So let's do it like that. We also have a bunch of livestock animals that were just born, so let's kill some of them off. Did I confirm that? Yeah, I did. Might not. Okay, here we go. Confirm that. Oh, apparently it's 11 now. I don't know what happened. Maybe it just killed it immediately. Okay. Either way, it's not gonna matter too much long term. Okay, so we now have enough, right? So we can buy this. Yep. There you go. Great. Now we have more meat coming in. Oh, we could buy 75 or sell 75 shoes for 750. It's pretty good. Even if it's like reduced price, I'm okay with that. Flax crops produce 50% more yield. Okay. Okay. All right. Wait, why do I have so much still here? Something feels off. What is happening with my gold? Oh, I think I understand what's happening. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. It's probably that I did something like this, right? And because that gold was spent before it all was moved. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Anyway. So now Huntress cabins will be a little bit more efficient. That's very nice. Provide me with a little bit more food overall. We're really just looking for another migration event, right? So what I will most likely do, actually, sorry, we have 0 iron, I think. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, I can't collect iron, so that makes sense, right? But like, um, yeah. We're losing crops to disease every single, I leaned back here a little bit and the microphone ended up going a bit too far away. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Probably nothing important. Oh yeah, crops lost to the heat stress. There's always something happening, you know, each year. So I'm wondering... okay. 4 new villagers born. Yeah, so like, I'm wondering what I should prioritize, right? So whenever we hit 400 population, I could go to tier 4. But I'm also like a little bit worried about... I think though, if I go to tier 4, I can gather iron, which would be the biggest thing. So basically, whenever we have a trader come by with iron, 2 villagers died of old age. Okay. Whenever the next trader comes by with iron, it might actually be a good idea. Oh, look at that. It's 400 pop. No, never mind. Not quite 400 population. But not too far away either. We buy iron from the next vendor that comes by with it. That is my thinking. And then we can hopefully upgrade at that point, because we're very close to everything else. Oh yeah, we need 6,500 gold as well, so that's also gonna take a while. I wish that we would make something that I feel we really could sell, you know? I mean, I could probably, like, isn't there, I'm saying like a lot today, I feel like. There you go. Where's the, yeah, so furniture workshop. Might be a good idea, right? I don't really see a reason against it. We build it inside the graveyard. Is that okay? I feel like, once again, like, this road, I don't like it. And I said like again. Everything is like today. I'm gonna remove this road. Actually, it might need to go past here. Yeah, it needs to go past there at the very least. Okay, let's do something like that instead. And then I am using that word in every sentence I speak. It's starting to annoy me. Furniture workshop. By the way, do you realize how incredible it is? I'm actually making an episode consecutively. We're actually having 2 episodes in a row on the intended days. Imagine that. Maybe we can move this well to here, and then we build a furniture workshop. Let's prioritize that. Will there be a 3rd trader this year? Calm down, kitty. Okay. Furniture workshop. There we go. Now it fits neatly into my design. This road is gonna bother me forever, but it is what it is. If I had realized that I could hold shift to make straight roads, so very few of them would be gay. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really gone for like a pretty design in the first place, so I don't know why I'm fussed about this. But I guess I don't want it to look completely, you know, like a complete mess at the very least. Even if I have already failed with it, I don't have to keep contributing to it. Maybe. So my plan, of course, is to put more buildings into this space over time. I actually don't know if I will play for long enough for that to even be a thing. But now that I'm realizing that, you know, I want to upgrade to tier 4, but upgrading to tier 4 is going to cost 6,500 gold on its own. And then, you know, on top of that, we're probably going to want to get better military at some point. We're going to use, obviously, yeah. I mean, we might not be as close to the end as I thought we were in this series. It depends a little bit on if we get really... Because, like, now we're halfway towards the economic monument in terms of bricks, right? So if we get something where I feel like, oh, we can sell a lot of this and gain a lot of gold, then maybe. Will they use this road? Yeah, they will. Okay, so I'm thinking we make a road here, right? Oh, yeah, never mind. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Yeah, they skipped over here anyway, so that's good. Okay. All good. So many villagers keep dying of old age. We've really gotten that far, huh? And how has it already been half an hour? Or over half an hour? I guess I should play more on 3 times speed. I think this game is also starting to actually bog down a little bit, maybe? Can't really tell yet, but I know that this game has like infamously poor performance when it comes to like when you get a lot of villagers, right? We have another knowledge. We have this, which is like the main thing that we were aiming for. Oh, we could get extra apiaries, apiary production. Carry capacity for wagons. I don't know whether that is an issue for me or not. Actually, I haven't been paying attention that much. It might be, considering I'm transporting over pretty long distances. Foundry can upgrade into smeltery. So a quarry allows me to endlessly mine stone, right? Isn't that what this is? Oh yeah, we need to go here. We need to go here. We need metallurgy for that though. I actually have no idea how this is pronounced. Metallurgy. Metallurgy. I don't know. But either way, we definitely want deep mines. If we go to tier 4, we're gonna need that 100%. So absolutely go in there. Hey Google, how is metallurgy pronounced?
Metallurgy. Would you like me to find a video example of the pronunciation?
Metallurgy. Metallurgy. I don't know. It sounded like she gave me a like a Swedish way of saying that, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. It's getting dark. Let's see if we can sustain this population now without, you know, losing too much food. Impending blizzard. No! Oh, by the way, something to mention as well, or briefly mention at the very least, I think, is recently, the other day, Blizzard released um, an update to Diablo 2, like the first new class in 25 years. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. They added the Warlock, which actually looks like a lot of fun. But I gotta say, like, I think that the pricing on this DLC, because it's actually a DLC, it's not like it didn't come free. What is happening here? Typhoid. Okay, a lot of people are small. Oh, we have smallpox spreading. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Let's have another one work here. Okay. Anyway, so they released, a new. This is actually like incredibly poor timing as well, because it's a blizzard, so they're gonna stay inside. Maybe we'll see. They released a warlock. Also, they released like a new Uber boss fight, I think, and also a couple of new items. And basically, they're charging $25 for this DLC, which I think is kind of insane. It's a very acceptable price on Steam, because if you buy it on Steam, you get the game, obviously the Lord of Destruction expansion, and the Reign of Warlock DLC for like $40. So basically, if you compare that to Blizzard Store, it costs over half the game's price on Steam to just get the Warlock and a few extra items, and an extra boss fight, I suppose. That is outrageous. Do not understand the pricing on that one, but I might consider like picking it up extra on Steam. We'll see. It's just been like a lot of I've had to spend on a lot of random things recently, so I'm not sure, whether I'm gonna spend on that right now. Diablo 2 being one of my favorite games of all time. But by the way, they also added like stash tabs that are, like gems and stuff like that. Similar to how Path of Exile does it, I think. It's been a while since I played Path of Exile, but I'm pretty sure Path of Exile. I'm pretty sure that they had stash tabs that were like designated to specific resource types. And now Diablo 2 has that as well. And also they added a loot filter, which I think is like the biggest thing. 100%. I don't know how specific it is. I haven't played it yet. I hope that it's like, for the sake of the game, I kind of hope that it's like, I don't want to see like minor healing potions when I'm level 40. If those drop. So I hope you can do stuff like that too. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But definitely one of those games that kind of just poop loot out at a certain point, especially if you're playing multiplayer. There's a lot of drops. But anyway, okay, so we actually did not end up doing anything really in this episode, I guess, except for staving off that attack and waiting through a season. Well, we did get an extra relic, I suppose, for the temple. We also got, some extra food made. We built this arborist building. Could be worse. I mean, we still made progress. It just doesn't quite feel like we... Oh yeah, we built a furniture workshop. I forgot about this. A mine is out of ore. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Salvaged. Yeah. Let's salvage you. Alright, so we're actually out of ore there. So let's add another 2 workers here. I don't know why I have someone out here. Are you the forager? Oh yeah, you are. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. We'll come back to it next time and hope that we can get some more progress made. I don't know if I want to buy some... Why would you want this? Raiders and wildlife are more deadly and aggressive. Why would you want that? Is that like a challenge thing for yourself? Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, have a good one. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.